Yeah, Eagle Talk. Um, we cut off again. I don't care. I'll make like freaking 60 of these fucking videos if I have to. You know, I don't care who's listening to this. I mean that with love. Um, yeah, so I'm about to cut my fucking hair. Imagine? Just to impress people. This is fucking crazy. You know? It's, I'm not saying this as a racist thing or whatever. I'm Latino, I'm Colombian, I'm Irish, and I'm French. I got a mixture of a lot of things in me, three things. And this is like slavery. It's like, if you don't do the right thing, you get fucking whipped. You know what I mean? And I was thinking the other day, I told y'all that I had played Hero. I feel like a fucking zero. No lie. No fucking lie. Well, whatever way that it's gonna go, I'm gonna feel like Zorro. So I'm ready to take the good in and the bad in. You know, I don't even want to say it, but everything happens for a reason. We go through this shit, who knows? Nobody knows if it's a test. Nobody knows this. Like some people think that it what you do, it makes it stronger. Like that song, um, we just have to do what we want. We have to do, no matter what. No matter how we feel, no matter what we go through, we have to do it. And, for family, blood is thicker than water, and, or for ourselves, or for our friends. But a lot of times, we should be first and stuff. But if you're married and you have kids, you know, there a lot of couples sometimes they that's why couples break up sometimes because they don't think of themselves anymore. They think about the kid or the kids or whatever, and they grow apart, or it's just they just think about the kids. And you know, I want to see everybody come good out of this. Yeah, so I don't know. I believe I went to bed at like I think I had like 10 hours of sleep. I don't know, something like that. 6 hours of sleep, something like that. So, yeah. You know, I'm gonna say this. Some people might think this is ridiculous about cutting hair and me getting all whatever, but it's just a principle of, say, like somebody said to somebody, if you don't cut your hair, I'm not saying in that way. I mean, think of it for your family, like to save them, or your friends, like, and it's major, you know, and you have to do it. You don't want to. It's like forced, It's like sometimes when we're forced to do things and we like our life the way it is, and we feel this feeling, it's like a sense of maybe balance gets off or something, or we feel uncomfortable and we don't like to do uncomfortable things. Or some of us, it's like not a bad thing, but if you think about it, we are in control of ourselves. Like saying, well, I'm going to play the piano. I'm in control of myself doing that. That's what I mean. So I have to do what I have to do. And that's when I step into the door, the tunnel, or whatever, the corridor. You know? Who knows? I might feel like after that, like fucking really, maybe I'll get drunk again. Who knows and shit. Some of us do that and smoke weed to numb the pain, or we do it for enjoyment or something. But I'm not gonna go whatever ape shit and do crazy shit just to relieve the pain, just to feel good, or start with somebody. I feel at that point where I'm not saying I want to do it or whatever, but you know how people's thinking be like sometimes, like, but we don't act on our actions. It's like at one point, or I just thought of it, like I want somebody to start with me so I could just fucking release. That was my old way, you know, when I was like freaking, I don't know, 6 years old to 21 or whatever. Um, so I got past that phase, but there wasn't a lot of, I wasn't happy at that time, so all it was is anger and misery and freaking whatever and no love. I mean, yeah, I could say there was love, thug love but I'm talking about like, this is a whole different ball game. It's like, you got, I'm just saying it's thug, but it's balanced. Before, it wasn't balanced. It was all like to the mad and bad and shit like that. I'm just thinking it's gonna go back to not, I don't know, it's the unknown. Not saying I'm gonna do those things or whatever, but just to be in that other mind state where I am balanced, but I don't give a shit about myself. I mean, really, back then, like 6 to 21, I didn't give a shit about myself. I did what I did, and a lot of it, I mean, I'm not saying whatever, but I felt good. You know what I mean? I just felt great, and then later on, and I told you I played hero. I, I was, I was like fucking. I hate to say it. It was like sacrifice after sacrifice just to save people. I didn't want to see them suffer. I'd say to myself, what if that was me and so, so I would jump in like crazy. So, yeah, so that's the type of state of mind you get in, and if you play hero, just know there's consequences with it. You could be alright or you could lose yourself. And when you lose yourself, and I pray that it don't happen to no one, you have to, and when you get out of whatever, little by little, you have to find yourself all over again. You have to find out, like, things you love. You have to think about, different things that interest you even more. It's like you got to find out everything again, like, because you're too you're too busy thinking about other people. And I found myself at certain points, like, I would go outside and I wouldn't know where the fuck to go. But I knew where to go for everybody else. Somebody needed something, or I had to go do this, that, or whatever the deal is, or help them, or just, I mean, I knew what to do for myself. I'd go to store, I'd go to different places, shopping, wherever, get some beer, the Buddha, anyway. But when it came from my enjoyment, to have fun, to just chill and just fucking amuse myself, make myself feel good that I did something, I didn't know what to do. I was numb. You understand? That's what happens. You lose yourself. You get unsure of yourself, like you just get lost. And this is what you go through. I'm telling you, yo. Or you're just walking for hours, you don't know where you're going. There was times I walked around the block and just called it like whatever and shit. Or just sit out there, bro. Out there, to the boulevard and just sit there and it felt like the world was just passing you by. These are the things you go through. You know what I mean? And sometimes, you know, there would be a girl and a guy. They would be having fun. I saw this one time, there was a girl and guy by the bus stop, and I said to myself, why can't that be me? And then I thought of a negative thing. I said, all this hero shit and whatever. I said I could have been fucking married. I could have had kids. I could have been with a girl today. I could have maybe out of state. You understand? I missed my fucking chance. Now I have, I had 5 months, and I'm looking like crazy, and I'm getting on these fucking internets, and I'm getting on, Facebook, YouTube, sending messages, datelines. Nobody's talking back to me. I'm messaging people, women, 20s, freaking 30s, you name it and shit. Yeah. And then this shit's going on, in the air. No girlie wants to just stand right there and talk to me. They got the mask. They just keep walking on. They look at me crazy because the way I'm dressed, like a thug and shit. I went into not a restaurant, a store, and I was behind this lady, and the lady saw me behind her, and she moved away real fast, and I said, what do you think, I got the fucking plague? I'm blunt like that. I'm very blunt and shit. I mean, I don't know. It just, I mean, that's life and shit, We deal with it. We take it out. We do what we have to do, And then I said to myself a while back, let me see how many things I have and how many things I don't have. So you imagine 80% I have everything, and 20% I don't have friends really, and I don't have a girl, so the 80% of course beat that, so I have to be grateful for that. You understand? That's how I caught myself, So I'm gonna cut my hair, get it over with. I could fade my hair. The way I do it is I have one mirror in front of my face, and then back of me I have another mirror. I can cut styles, fades, mushroom cuts. I could do a lot of shit. I've been cutting my hair since I was 14, and it's been years. So I don't feel like, I could do it, but I have the one guard, number one guard, not two. I'm just gonna cut it like that. Fuck it. I used to do that in trade school. I used to pay a guy $3, and he used to cut my hair with the clippers. I'm just gonna do that, bzz, 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 and cut this little beard off and whatever, so I look clean faced, and I have the hair and all at one whatever, so I look fucking clean. I look fucking proper. Fuck these motherfuckers, bro. But I'm doing this for my nephew, Sirius. I want to see him. I want to meet him. I'm doing everything I can for him. I'm gonna do some things in here. I'm at the house right now. A little organizing, a little whatever. So, yeah. That's why I said sacrifice, yo. Sacrifice. We all have to do sacrifice, even if we like it or not, I made a song, Save the Children. Now I feel like I'm living up to that song or whatever. I tell you. I just said that. Oh yeah. If you see, there's a lot of songs that I made for Sirius on YouTube. How could you do this? Look him up. It's got his picture on it. I did 16 songs that one day about him and Caitlin's and my brother Pazar Dragon. And peace out. I'm going to cut my fucking hair. Peace.